Precious people and wonderful people, I greet you all in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. This is Pastor OceanHamandishe, Prophetic, Intercessor, a message of hope. Today I'm just coming here to do a recap. The reason why I'm doing a recap is because I did these messages in the past, and I shared a message 25 January 2024, and that message was a summary of 3 messages where I said, why am I seeing the throne empty after elections, and also the rejected throne? And I shared about the unwanted material where I was talking about Gideon, the testing waters, where I was pointing to some of the opposition leaders being tested. And you need also to listen to those messages. As usual, I'll put the links so that you go and refer to those messages. The reason why I'm doing this video is because people always ask questions and they want to understand, especially those who are catching up with this channel, who are discovering this channel. Instead for me to do some repeats, I will simply bring these messages so that we can follow together. You may understand. And for those who were following, it may seem as a repetition, but it's also important. It will give you an understanding that when we share these messages, we are not just there to look for likes or followers, but this is a message because God is ahead of us always. So I want to leave you listening to a message that I shared. The reason why I put this title to say what God said before it happened is because of the things that are unfolding, the things that happened and the things that are unfolding. For some it will take time for them to open their eyes to see what is happening, but this is why we always give you these prophetic messages. I want us to remind us that this is not just a content creation. These are the messages that are birthed through prayer of intercession. For those who understand, especially intercessors, they will understand that God speaks and God reveals things. And I thought I will do justice to those who want to understand, to also hear what I said. And I will encourage those who are following, who are already following, that it is also important. It will refresh you to understand and also to link with even my recent message where I said Ichabod. And with these things that I always said, because God is always ahead. And before it happened, God saw it, that there was going to be an empty throne, there's going to be a rejected throne, there's going to be unwanted material, peeling off of unwanted material, the testing waters which I was referring. So I'll leave you listening to that message, and God will continue to bless us. Shalom, God bless you. Some of the messages that I gave in 2023, and these messages I'm going to just break them in 2 parts, and I'm going to focus on those messages that I think they are very important for people to understand as far as we are witnessing some developments in the political arena. But let me say this, it does not matter you belong to a certain party. You are entitled to your own affiliation. But I want you people of Zimbabwe, for those who are following that, we don't move by feelings. If God is doing something in the nation, sometimes people are disappointed, sometimes people feel pained with all what is happening. As much as it will be like that, I want you to understand that God will be doing and processing his things according to what he has revealed or what he wants to take this nation towards. So let me get into the messages that I gave previously. I gave a message with a title, The Rejected Throne, and also I gave a title where I said why the throne is empty after elections. I want to combine this so that you can understand. The other one, the process, where I said God is chiseling and removing unwanted material. Let me start with that one. I want you to understand and to take note or to refer to the things that are happening in the politics of our nation Zimbabwe, especially in the opposition, where we are seeing what seemingly is confusion. As much as it is a confusion, very painful confusion to many people as the nation is being held at ransom, I believe that some of the things are exposing, removing the people that are not be part and parcel of what God is doing in this nation. Where I was talking about the chisel, where I saw God chiseling, removing unwanted material. And this message is backdated as far as 2013. For those who were following these messages and what are happening in the political arena, they can relate to what is happening. They can relate with some of the political figures who are seemingly like they are falling on the wayside, especially in the opposition. This is exactly what we were referring to, say God is shaping and chiseling, removing unwanted material, building what he wants to do in the nation of Zimbabwe. And this also is going to happen across the political divide, because God is building something different in our nation in Zimbabwe. Let me take you to these two messages that I gave also in 2023. One, I gave it just before election. Some people coming insulting me and saying, why are you speaking like this? Now, I want you to understand, people of Zimbabwe, we don't walk by sight, we don't walk by feelings. We speak the mind of God. In the realm of the spirit, God was showing and revealing this, that it is empty. And I also talked about the rejected throne. This is also referring what is seeming like rumor, what we are seeing. We all know what is circulating. Although it may not seem like it's an official, we know what is happening as far as the politics of Zimbabwe, as this nation are involved, the SADC, what is being whispered. This only shows what we're trying to communicate, to say this is exactly what God is saying, because as much as we can witness some of the things that seemingly like the nation is moving forward, God revealed these two things: the rejected throne and also that seemingly empty as much as it is occupied. If you are following what is happening in the nation, you realize that this is where I was pointing. This is where these messages were pointing. So I thought, let me clarify this so that the people will understand. When you are following these messages, I understand that we are not all spiritual, but I believe that as you continue to follow the way I present these messages, you will understand.